Hi everybody, and welcome to the full admin training on the MOCE system. My name is Jessica Ash. I am your digital product specialist, and I'm here to get you up and going on the MOCE system, on how to navigate the behind the scenes tasks on MOCE, and how to get started, how to add, edit, create, delete content, and also just a quick glimpse at ship to store orders. So the goal today is to go over these three main components in about 20 to 25 minutes, and I'll end the session on how to reach out with any further questions, and go from there. And just before we switch over and start the training, I just want to let you know that we're going to be looking at Connolly's Do It Best site today. They have granted us permission to show their site for training purposes. So if you get confused why we're not looking at yours, it's because this is our training today. So I'm going to go over now to the admin site. And this will be similar to what you have, and very similar to what you have when you first log in. You're going to have the Do It Best logo, and you've got your modules and your left side navigation, your dashboard, and then your name at the top right. And that's where we're going to start today. So if you've never logged into the system, before you even get to where we're at, you're going to automatically be directed to where we're going now, which is to update your password. When you receive the email from JH Specialty and MOCE, you got a generic password, which we want you to change so we don't know it. And then also update security questions. That way, if you forget it or lose it or need to change it, we make it easy for you. It's like 100 other websites. So select your security questions, put your answers in, and then hit update. It's as easy as that. And then the other aspect of getting started, before we really go into the full controls, is again going to your name. I'm logged in as Jason Nothi, and going to my profile. We're going to spend about 5 minutes here for a number of reasons. The first one is that when we went in and set up your website, we filled out many fields for you. And so we would want you to review to make sure that everything is correct, spelling of your name, your address. But we also might have left some fields blank, so if you need to fill them in, by all means, please fill in any missing information. We might have you as Eastern Standard Time, and you're on Pacific. And then optional is to add an avatar image and to include your bio, which is more applicable for any type of internal websites that you have with any other users. So if I'm on Connolly's store number 3 with other users, they're able to see that I might be the shipping manager, and they can see my picture, especially for new hires. By all means, these two are optional. Anything that is completely necessary is always indicated by the red asterisk. But I'm going to go down to the bottom of the profile here, and we're going to talk about notifications and subscriptions. This is a great way to be notified of any customer contact with your website. I was going to say you, and it turned into your. The idea is, though, that you can sign up here right where we are now. Click the plus sign on the right of notification subscriptions. And there's 3 that you can choose from. The first one is Contact Us. So you're going to have a Contact Us form on your website. So you want to choose that. Click the magnifying glass. We talked about the admin sites. If you have an internal site, most people don't, so I'm not even going to really go into that. So choose your standard website. And if there is the same chance that you have multiple locations, choose the location. So in this case, I want to get notifications for Connolly's 3rd store. So anybody who is in that location and submits the Contact Us submission, I am all set up. I've got success, and I'm going to be taken to the very top of this website. Again, right where we started from. So scroll down, click the plus sign, and then the next notification is the sales order confirmation. So anytime anybody's on your website and orders something through your e-commerce site, the customer gets a email notification and you'll be blind copied on that. Again, click your standard website, the location. So I only care about the orders that are coming in for the third store, and save my changes. The last notification is a great one. It will allow you to be notified when a new review has been submitted on your website. So you get a copy of that review. So a couple of things here. We don't advocate that you take down any reviews. Obviously, you're going to get mainly 5s, but for the 1 or 2 times that you don't, the only time that we would recommend that you take down a review, and the reason why I would recommend signing up for new reviews, is that you're able to then pretty much review your review. You want to make sure that you're not going to have any obscene or profane content, and that your website doesn't have anything inappropriate or offensive. So that's the best case, and the best case or the best practice of the new review email and why you'd want to receive it. So then again, click your save, and now you will receive all of the notifications that you just signed up for. We started off with the Contact Us. So now we're going to go over to this module menu, and just under the dashboard is Contact Us. And I clicked on dashboard by accident. So what you're going to see here is a database of everybody who has ever entered in information to the Contact Us form. You're going to see the date it was received, date and timestamp, the subject, the name of the person who submitted it, and then there's a few more actions you can take and assign it to somebody. So if I wanted Jason to go in and make sure that he's following up with Rebecca, that all of her questions are answered, I can assign this as a task to somebody, and I can even change the status. And so we're going to start off with navigating MOCE for the most part. So you're going to always have actions on the right hand side. Whenever you see a pencil icon, that's your ability to edit. So right here again, I can assign it over to Jason. We can say that we received it. When Jason logs in, he can say that he completed, or we can mark these Contact Us as spam. You can change the subject. Maybe they're asking about an order, or they're actually putting in a quote request. Again, use this function as much or as little as you want. Go down to the bottom, add any files, but again, you're just going top to bottom and then save changes. Again, I'm in Connolly's. It's a live site, so I'm just going to actually go back to the Pages module, and we're going to go back, not Pages, I apologize, the Contact Us module. And again, so just a little bit of navigation. At the top of every menu, you might have different filters. So again, if we've marked anything as spam and you want to see who's spamming you, and I don't know what you'd want to do with it, you can do that. If you only want to see 5 entries on the page or 10 entries, you can limit that. But then you can also, if you're searching for anything specific, and I was looking for Burton before, and I must not have spelled her name right, but this would at least narrow it down so that I'm only seeing hers. And that is the Contact Us module. And again, when you sign up for a notification, best practice, you're going to get an email that Rebecca Burton has contacted you, and you can use your email to reply to her. And you can also go in and delete if you don't want to use this Contact Us module for any reason. You don't have to. I mean, it's your website. This is just more behind the scenes before we actually get into content. Last thing also, we'll mention the dashboard really quick. It's actually your homepage. It's a great snapshot of what's going on. You've got quick links here. You can see your orders for the past 12 months and revenue. You can see your sales, total sales orders. They have 60, recent activity, reminders. And then any types of information coming from JH Specialty, including, and as you can see here, the last time that the sitemap has been updated. So that is your homepage, your dashboard. And now we're going to transition over to now editing, deleting, creating content from your website. So I'm going to show you here on Connolly's a page within a website. This isn't the home page, but this is a page that's been created and it's their history. So you can see here Connolly'sDoItBest.com history. You can see the history title, a picture of the two owners, lovely little information about the history of the store, and they also wanted to include their mission and their goal. This was so easy to create. A lot of your pages have already been created, so what this would be now is more training on how to edit those pages, or even, well, still edit, delete, or add new pages. So I'm going to go to the Pages module using the left side navigation, and I've already included history, so I've already used that general search. Here's all the pages created. But we want to go ahead and take a look at history again. So I've narrowed it down. And again, here you get information. It's the website name, the page heading, the page title, the URL. It's active, and we're going to go through that in a second. And you have 3 actions. The eyeball allows you to preview the page. As you can see, I already had it open. Pencil, we're going to go in and edit the page. And so here we have, again, just work your way top to bottom. Your page heading history, as you can see here on the next page, history/Connolly's Do It Best. The website, Connolly's Do It Best. And then the meat and potatoes of this comes in your content. So we already have seen their page, and we know that they have the picture in our history and the lovely little blurb about them. So you're just using what we call a WYSIWYG, and it's a popular term. Is what you see is what you get. Really as easy as you can make something. But if you're already somewhat versed in HTML and you want to write the code for it, by all means, go ahead and code away with HTML. It's not in my wheelhouse. I actually need the rest of the WYSIWYG options for myself. So when you see the undo and redo buttons, if I come down here and I start typing and I made a mistake, I can use the undo button to take those letters away, or I can do redo because I actually liked it. Then you have, different paragraph formattings. So if you want to have different headings, you want to change the text in the way that it looks. So you've got your paragraph formatting here as well. And as well as a way to highlight different text. And this is more towards that HTML coding as well. If I just go ahead down here and highlight Michael and John Connolly, then you can bold, you can italicize, you can strike through. If I want to just undo this really quick, if you want to change the colors, you have those options. If you want to create a list, just a bulleted list that's not in any order, you can add bullets. If that's not your thing and you want to actually make an ordered list, we can make it 1, 2, 3 for you. You can indent and outdent. And now we're going to get to a little bit more training and places to pay attention, just because this is more, how did we get this picture? I mean, it's easy to have the text and to type, but how did we get this picture into the content? So all you do is go to where it says image, find the image on your computer, choose it, and then obviously save it. And then once it's here, I always recommend just deal with one step at a time. To become ADA compliant, you want to have alt text. You want to have a caption on this picture so that if somebody is using a screen reader, they'll understand what this picture is supposed to look like. So you click on the picture, you click on edit, and really all you have to do is give it a title. You don't have to put in a caption. If I did a caption down here, I wouldn't suggest a link right now, but you can see the caption just goes right below. But the alt text is still needed for any screen readers. So that's adding an image. So again, add the image, put your alt text in by editing the picture, saving your changes, and then keep on moving down. So that from here, if you want to add in a video, you just put in the link to either YouTube, Vimeo, or SoundCloud. If you want to add an actual link to a PDF, you're able to upload files. And I'm going to skip over the table and columns and show you that you can create links. So if you want to link our history and you want to link it to something different, let's say you already have, a michaelandjohnconnolly.com website and you want to link that over there. You click on the link button, insert link, type in your URL or copy and paste it, give it a name. And in this case, I would open it into a new tab. Whenever you're redirecting and creating links in your website that takes you outside your website to somewhere else, my recommendation and best practices is to have that link being opened in a new tab. What's great about that is that then it forces you to have, forces the customers to keep coming back to your website if they don't close it out. So you don't want to just send them on their way and have them go. By opening up in a new link, it gives them a reason to come back to revisit your website. Finally, so the table. I don't recommend inserting tables. They look pretty and they might be something that you would want, but the downfall to that is that it will slow down the page loading. And as you can see, the formatting isn't always what you might want it to be. It takes a little bit more of a coding background for these tables. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete it. And then finally, you have your right justification, your center, your left justification. I might have just done that backwards. And then my favorite, adding in the lines to help separate out content. So the picture, line, content, our mission line, the actual mission line, space, and the goal. So that, again, put in as many pictures as you want. Don't forget the alt text. Format your text to look any way that you want it to look. You can italicize it, bold it. Again, this is really going to be the meat and potatoes of this history page. So again, as I go over to what it looks like in, a live production site, here is that page. Going back to the admin system though, as you scroll down, there's a few more things to do. You can make it active. It's defaulted to active, which is that it's available on the site right away. The only instance in which I would say that maybe you would mark a page inactive is if you're getting ready for Easter. We're sitting right around Christmas time here. And if I'm getting ready for my Easter specials, I might want to take the time now and design that page, make it inactive, and then, starting in March, maybe make that page active. It's up to you. And the images on mobile, that mobile responsiveness sometimes can get it slowed down if you have a lot of top-heavy images. But for the most part, again, you have your defaults. And at the very bottom, your page name is correlated with your page heading. The page title, again, here you have history. History Connolly's Do It Best. And then we have two metadata fields, which is great. When you say page keywords, when someone's on Google and they're looking for Connolly's Do It Best, our history, Michael Connolly, or John Connolly, these are meta descriptive keywords that get linked and help, for search engine optimization. And the page description here, granted I'm on the page history, but I'm going to go over to, I was going to go over to Google. Let me go ahead and do that now. And then I type in Connolly's. This little description, our history, Michael and John Connolly, 2017. So what you see right here is the metadata that you put in the page description. It only needs to be a sentence or two, but now you can see how that's linked. Again, save your changes, and congratulations, you either added a new page or updated a page. So I'm going to go back to pages one more time. And to create a new page, here you have that right at the very top. It's in red, it says new, there's a plus sign, and you can create a page. Again, I can delete history, and we can take a look at all the actual pages available in Connolly's Do It Best that are all linked. So that is, I would say, one of the two topics that we're going to spend a lot of in-depth time on today. We're moving down to galleries and gallery categories. So the idea that whenever you're setting something up on your site, you want to set up the category first. You want to create the drawer to put your pictures in. So when we talk about galleries, you want to create the actual gallery. So in this case, they wanted, Connolly's has a Big Green Egg Festival. For them to associate the pictures to the Big Green Egg Festival, then they go to galleries and upload the pictures and create their image gallery right in here. So the same thing with resources. Resources are great. They're your blog posts, they're your how-tos, there's the best way to winterize your house, how to best hide eggs on Easter. So I'm going to switch over to the actual Do It Best, but the section that Do It Best has created for resources. And you can see here when we talk about resource categories, here we have articles, links to Pinterest, buying guides, manufacturers, DIY projects, and how-tos. So everything is organized in the right way. And the nice thing is you can see the date that it was uploaded, and you can even see authors if that's applicable and put into the category or the blog post. So when we go to resource categories here, you can see the different categories set up. If I go to resources, you can see the different resources. News and events for the Three Rivers Egg Fest. It was published and displayed. FAQs are the same. I'm sure many of you are coming over from a website that you used to have. If you want to set up on your website FAQs, even though we have your hours, some people don't know to click at the top to get your hours. So if you want to add in anything to help your customers navigate your website or answer questions about your store or the ordering process, what have you, you want to set up the categories first and then set up and actually then complete the actual FAQ. And again, create them with the red button with a new plus sign. And then redirects. This is as simple as it can be. When MOCE and JH Specialty, when we built your initial websites, we took care of all the redirects. Meaning that, let's say I have jessicashardware.com bookmarked, and that's my old site, and the new site through MOCE is jessicasdoitbesthardware.com. What we've done is we've taken care of all those redirects, so anybody that has jessicashardware.com bookmarked will be taken to the new MOCE site. If it was anything about us on the old page, it's going to go to the about us on the new page. They're called 301 directs. It's a Google thing. And you can see here the incoming URL from your old site and the target URL on your new site. So again, as you make changes, if you were to make changes to history and you were to title it Our History, the system automatically makes those updates for you. So you really don't have to worry so much about redirects. And that's something that, when I give you the how to follow up and how to contact us after a session, that is my recommendation, is to follow up with this if and when you need to add in redirects. But you said, there's two categories I wanted to spend a lot of time on. The last one is the website blurb. I'm going to go to Connolly's homepage here to show you what a blurb is. And it's really just the building blocks of a website, of your web pages. So you can see here at the very top, there's that black line saying Connolly's new website. We've got their logo. We've got their store location and hours. They can change to the different stores. We have different menu categories. They can shop. They can learn more about Connolly's, see the products and services, any news and events, and even contact, that contact us from the very beginning. Here's that contact us form. As I scroll down, we have what we call a blurb, but with a hero image, their logo for locations, and an About Us button. As I scroll down even further, we've got another section that highlights 4 different aspects. Best rewards, sign up for the monthly newsletter, the Paint and Design Center. If people didn't know that existed, right on their website, they see that, and even that you can rent equipment from them. As you scroll down, you've got your featured deals. Again, resources with tips and tricks. An event, a DIY night. Product of the week. And then a call out to some brands that they want to feature. So as we probably have already learned, they're big fans of the Big Green Egg. So that is here on the site, as well as Benjamin Moore and Steel. As you scroll down, we're almost to the end. They wanted their mission. If you remember, we looked at the page in history. Their mission is called out. Their focus on the community is called out. And again, the history that this all began 30 years ago. So when I go back to the website blurbs, everything there is here. So when we saw that alert banner, the very top of the page here, remember it was that tiny black line? Sam Connolly's new website. So we go here, alert banner, go to the pencil icon. Here we have it, Sam Connolly's new website. I'm going to hit the back button because I want to take a look at this hero page. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon again. And we're going to talk about display orders at the end of this. This is the wrong one, so I'm going to go back again to website blurbs. Again, there's a lot of different places, but it's the hero image. It was the second one down. And you kind of get a glimpse of what it's going to look like. Remember, their hero image was in the back. It said prompt, friendly, and knowledgeable service for locations in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then they had a button that says About Us, and it links to the page that we haven't seen yet, but About Us. Let me go back here. Hero image, the prompt, friendly, and knowledgeable service for locations, and the button to About Us. So that's the blurbs. And as you go down, so you can see 1, and this is 2, the 4 products are number 3. Now, this is where we're getting into the decimal point ordering system. And it is confusing because when we go in, we're going to assign the alert banner as first, your hero image is second, and then you have your home page featured products third. But now you can see between that, we have another featured page. Because you can't change this order, it was 1, 2, 3 originally, you want to sandwich anything new, moving it up and down. So in order for it to exist between 2 and 3, it became 2.5. If you want something between home page hero and now this featured premium brands, you could make it a 2.25. Again, it's just an ordering system. It goes out to 2 decimal points because you can make a lot of changes to your website and, move your blurbs up and down and, reorder, put the homepage product of the week at the top. However you want to do it, again, it's just an editing and numbering thing. And that is website blurbs. And if you want to create a new one, here's your plus sign. And that is our review over, your website content. Again, we concentrated on pages. We concentrated on website blurbs. We talked about redirects pretty much being done for you. And then creating categories before you actually create a photo gallery, a resource, or an FAQ. To end this session, we're going to now move over to sales orders in ship to store. So when I go down here to manage e-commerce, every sales order that comes in through my website will be listed, just like that contact us will be listed on the page. So you can see the MOCE order number, which an 8-digit code. The first 4 are the store locations. So 0233-1603 is the newest order. The Do It Best order that is coming from the warehouse. So that is something that is assigned and it's helpful with the truck deliveries. You can see the time and date that the order was placed at, the customer who placed the order, and you can see it shipped to address or shipped to store, and the total. That's as pretty as basic as you can get. If you're only logging in as ship to store, then you're going to have the ship to store orders. And again, very easy, same thing that we just talked about, member location, the web order number 02330233, the warehouse number, the date, the customer, and ship to store comes down to clicking on 3 buttons. We're going to go left to right. To view the invoice, you want to click the left button. And best practices, again, this is a great way to prepare for your truck deliveries. I'm not, let's say you're getting deliveries on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I want to print out the newest orders on Mondays and Thursdays. So there's 2 sheets of paper actually with this. The actual order, you get your web order number, and you get the Do It Best e-com number. And this way you can check the quantity of each product, the price, and the total. If having a packing list is easier for you, that's the second sheet down. So again, it's there. You can print it out. You can save it. You can do whatever you want. It's automatically saved in the system as well. So once you have everything off the truck, you have everything ready to go, and you want to notify your customer that their order is ready to be picked up, you have this little icon in the middle, check in order. I can't do it now. Again, it's a live website. I don't want to check it in. But what this does is 2 things. It will kick off a series of emails that go to your customer to say that your order is ready to be picked up at Connolly's. And that email will continue to go out periodically, automatically for you until you finish the last step, which is this little storefront icon that indicates that the customer did come in and pick up the order. When that happens, as you can see just a little bit down, you get check marks so that you know that the client has come in and that each step has been completed. So that is the session, the admin session on the Do It Best MOCE program. So from here, next steps. Again, go in if you haven't already, update my profile, sign up for your notifications, take a look at your website, and it can help you go through the different pages that have been created, and can at least give you a parallel. Here's the front end, and here's the back end of your website. The other thing that you can do, this is a recorded session. If you're somebody who likes live sessions, we are offering a bunch of live sessions, 1 a day for a while. So you can log in and register for a live session. We can do a little bit more of a 15-minute ship-to-store training. It's not much more in depth than we did now, but if that's something that you'd like to do, again, we have live training sessions. And then the last thing is, if you have any questions at any point, feel free to reach out to your program manager, reach out to your contacts at Do It Best, and you can always email me. My email address is jessica.ash, A-S-H, at jhspecialty.com. Again, it's jessica.ash at jhspecialty.com. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.